So here's the deal. I get a request. I watch the video, of course. I comment. And I post it on YouTube and Patreon. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Thank you, Deb, for the coffee and the support. So she has requested that I check out this song and actually gave me some information here on the coffee platform. This is from 1985, written by John, and the title of their third album, Playing to Win. And everyone who follows John's journey, and John himself, says this was written out of his needing and desiring to go solo again, which I pointed out how it was, it was interesting. I wonder, if that's true and the band knew about it, then how they felt, right? Knowing that he wanted to leave and go solo. But anyway, so it's, of course, Little River Band. I just reacted to a couple of their songs, right? I'm just getting into their sound. And I can tell you right now, here they are. The songs that I've reacted to are St. Louis and We Too. I think that's everything I've heard from LRB. So let's get into it. It says solid gold here. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe the show that they're performing at Los Angeles, California, USA, March 26th, 1985. All right. And the band, just for recap, John Farnham, Graham Gobble, Wayne Nelson, David Hitchfelder, very German sounding, Steve Housden, and Steve Presswich. Two Steves on here. Buy one, get one free. Okay. All right, well, let's get into it. Thank you guys for being here. If you would like to support my music journey, check out my Patreon. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go on.
The Commodores, Glenn Campbell, the Beach Boys, Jack Wagner, Marie Osmond, Dan Seals, LRB, an exclusive interview with Daryl Hall and John Oates, the Solid Gold Dancers, and starring Rick Dean.
I just wanna...
The Solid Gold Dancers, and starring Rick Dean.
I definitely know the Beach Boys. Actually, have never reacted to them. I will at some point. Daryl Hall and John Oates, I have heard of them. LRB is what we're here for. All the others, question marks in my head right now. The Commodores, I think I have heard, but the others, no idea really. So maybe at some point I can react to them. If you guys can, write down some suggestions. Okay.
Now, with their solid gold hit, Playing to Win, here's LRB.
If you want me, come again. You don't have a chance if you don't move now.
The hair.
I'm not waiting any longer. Know that I'm playing to win this time. When you make your move, I won't hesitate. If you take too long, you can be too late. This time I'm playing to win. Come and see it. Don't wait around for another chance. Make your mind up, make your play. You should be playing to win this time. When you make your move, I won't hesitate. If you take too long, you can be too late. This time I'm playing to win. All those wasted years, didn't know I was only emotional way. I got what I wanted for me. I didn't see that was not what I needed.
Look at this guy.
This time I'm playing to win. If you want me, come and get me. You don't have a chance if you don't move now. I'm not waiting any longer. No, but I'm playing to win this time. When you make your move,
hardcore.
The River Band, playing the wind. Oh, more tight jeans, Skippy little outfit, and solid gold. Stay right there.
This time I'm playing to win. What's up, guys? So classic 80s song. I could hear it in the beat. Boom, 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 boom. It's got like that wonky type of sound along with it, and I'm not really sure what the name of that keyboard is. Maybe somebody can let me know. I'm learning as I go. But yeah, that instrument, there was like some sort of solo there. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed to John and the band, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. This song reminds me of, I mean, many songs from the 80s, because it was just like, you know, the classic sound. But the one that came to mind was "You're the Best Around." Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. I think by Joe Esposito. But yeah, what can I tell you about this? You know, I have this feeling that the band was trying to, like, they were all trying to shine, all the members. And this is 1985, if I remember correctly. John was with the band from 1982 to 1986. So it was coming to the end of his tenure with the band itself. And as AUSSIE Deb explained it, and she, I mean, if anyone knows, it's AUSSIE Deb, that this was about him wanting to leave the band or, you know, at least go solo. I can kind of see it. There's this type of energy of like liberation, playing to win, doing it, you know, for your, like, trying to get the glory. And maybe it wasn't happening to John with the band as much. So going back to what I was saying earlier, I noticed that some the members, they were trying to get on the same level on stage with John, so that he wouldn't have like all the limelight, you know what I mean? Which is kind of unusual, I would say, even for the 80s. I'm trying to think of all the presentations that I've seen live, music videos and stuff like that. Yeah, they usually have the main singer, you know, up front for a reason, and that also creates a hierarchy. You want to see structure, order in everything in life, of course, but like on a stage, a performance, there's always like some type of way that you want to organize things. And when you have a band, the lead singer is just the lead singer. You have him up front, then on the side, the guitar players, the drummer's always going to be, you know, at the back. He has this big setup, stuff like that, and all the others, etc. So there is some sort of structure going on. But in this case, it's like they kept popping up, which I'm not saying it's wrong or it's bad or anything, but I'm noticing it, and it goes along with the message. Maybe there was something going on in the band. I see that they were all trying to be crazy, right? Just kind of have their moment there. Especially this guy that came out of nowhere with the, like I said, the keyboard. Man, this guy wearing like an alien spacesuit from the time. Man, I'm a big fan of, you know, clothing styles from that era, because it's just so like fun. I'm gonna say fun, entertaining. You didn't have to hold back. You didn't have to, you know, kind of be shy about what you're wearing. This guy's wearing purple, you know, tight pants, all types of funky colors, the glasses. Whereas today, you could do it, but you would stand out in a way that's like, people might be saying, oh, you know, this guy's he's trying too hard. You know what I mean? He's trying to be goofy. So it doesn't hit the same, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, the hairstyle as well. I mean, even for John, he has always had, you know, very luscious hair, long and etc. But I remember watching his performances from the late 1960s and early 70s, and he had the bowl cut, Beatles style. I actually created my thumbnails with that style as well. You know, I arranged my hair in different styles. I don't think it was successful with the thumbnail, but hey, you know, at least I can say I tried it. But it was, yeah, just like that, and his evolution with the hair. And this is straight up just, you know, 80s like hairspray style. And you know, if going back to the song itself, I think it has a strong energy and this sort of urge for liberation, which is why I'm saying it reminded me of that other song, You're the Best Around, and a few others that have this theme of like, yes, we can do it, we can go ahead, and especially in the 80s, I feel like there were so many songs that had that message. You know, thinking about today's music, I don't think I see it as much. There was this like fight mentality. I don't know if it was inspired by Rocky or the Terminator or what. I'm sure it was like, you know, the pop culture that was going on. It's just a huge change that was happening in the 80s. That's why I like the decade, not just for the music, but all the media that was coming out and, you know, what we saw from the culture. But yeah, it's just like, you know, the eye of the tiger, and you can do it, and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. And so many songs that are, you know, running through my head. But anyway, yeah, super solid. I like just the funkiness of it all on stage. You got the lighting, you got the fog machine, you got people dancing crazy, just kind of very quick movements there. But it's what they did. And of course, John's vocals, I mean, pretty much second to none. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is my reaction to Playing to Win. Probably one of my favorite songs that John has done, because it's a style of music that I prefer, like the 80s rock. So if you have more suggestions, please comment, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.